Y'all ask, believe, and now y'all gonna receive. Now we gonna start this Diary of a Mad Black Woman, Queen's edition, baby. Y'all kept coming to the comments, kept repeating that quote, and I said, let's get into it. All right now, y'all, we are back with another one, baby. We got a new series going on, and I want to give a big shout out to these two young ladies in my comments, baby. I do read my comments, so make sure y'all comment under any video. Even though I may pick just a pink heart, I am reading the comments. So they kept reiterating this Diary of a Mad Black Woman, Tyler Perry, and I said, let's run with that. Now, before we get into this reaction, I just want to say this is under fair use, baby. We can react to these. This is just my opinion. I have nothing against King of Queens. I don't like how she do a churn, but I don't have nothing against her. And this is under the Fair Use Act, okay? Do not come over here because I do got lawyers, sweetheart. Do not bring your ASS over here messing with me. Now, let's get into it.
Section 106 in the U.S. Copyright Act outlines the exclusive rights a copyright holder has over their work, while fair use is a legal doctrine under Section 107 that allows limited use of copyrighted material without permission in certain situations, like for criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, or research, even though these acts would normally be considered copyright infringement under Section 106. Essentially, fair use acts as an exception to the exclusive rights granted in Section 106.
You get to getting elevated again. Hold on, we got it.
We fall down, but we get up. We fall down, but we get up. We fall down, but we get up. For a scientist, just a sinner who fell down and got up.
Do this sound like a person that's in their right state of mind? Answer that question. Do this sound like a person in their right state of mind?
Now it's coming down. Okay. There we go. Okay. So it's been brought to my attention that you hating assholes lying on my coochie. And I don't like that.
The things that she's talking about was spoken about. This ain't nothing new, but you know Rose ain't got no content, so she got to do this. This is all she got.
I don't like that not one bit. Okay? So, the Hubs has let me know that there's a small little group of women that are lying on my coochie.
But yeah, I will no longer be doing lives on this channel at all. I'm gonna...
So, no. Ooh.
Now, this was right after she got that surgery of the floating devices put on her boobs. Now, I don't know why she wanted to talk about this and get all upset about this
I'm not in
old
pain
stuff
anymore,
now,
but
let's get into it.
When I do certain little movements, my incision hurts. Ooh, it hurts so bad. Whew. Y'all check on it for me. Tell me, do everything look okay? Woo.
Now, why would we be checking on it? Don't you got a white savior? Call your husband. He don't work. Why would she be doing this on social media? Pulling up her shirt and telling us to look at her incisions instead of having her husband doing that and get off of camera and get up here written about we don't even know what you even talking about, why you talking about it.
Ooh. Okay. Ooh.
But yeah, I will no longer be doing lives on this channel at all. I'm gonna...
That... Ooh.
Okay, let's just pause for a second. Let's just pause. She came up here. She ain't really saying nothing, but a small sector of women's been lying on her coochie, and she not liking that, and Brett told her this. Y'all put a 1 in the chat if y'all believe that Brett told her this. A 2 in the chat if you just want to talk about us, the reaction channels. Now, what would that conversation have went like? Let's get into that. Let's see how this conversation started. Brett telling her that women are lying on her coochie. Babe, I know you told me not to go over to the reaction channels, but I went over there and they're lying on your coochie. They're saying that you cheated on your first husband, the first child. They had to do a DNA test. They said DNA test. They're not sure if that the baby is Adonis's or it was one of your tricks, because you know you was out there tricking on a pole. We don't know, but I'm just letting you know.
My boobs don't hurt. It's just the incision. So weird.
But yeah, I will no longer be doing lives.
Okay, you guys. But
on this channel
in
at
all
all.
seriousness,
I'm
it's
gonna-
come to my attention that I guess when the my ex-husband's ex-wife came out and she was talking about me or whatever, supposedly she said that I cheated on my ex-husband.
She gotta make sure she specify ex-husband's ex-wife. Like, she is so freaking hung over on champagne. It don't make no sense. Now, this stuff been happened. This is not recent information, guys.
I just want to be very clear, that was never a thing. When I'm in a relationship, usually I was gonna say Sagittarius. It's kind of,
You see how she had to catch herself now. Like, she's like, yeah, but it was like one or two people I did actually cheat on. Girl, stop it. And stop saying Sagittarius. We have kicked you out of the Sagittarius. You are no longer a Sagittarius.
hard to get us to commit. So when we commit, we're serious. But I'm not even gonna talk about zodiacs. I'm gonna talk about me. When I get in a relationship, I'm very serious about my relationship. So I have never, ever, ever cheated on my ex-husband. He was a compulsive cheater. I'm sure he cheated on her. I'm sure that's why they're not together, to be 100% honest. But you see how that works? You see how we could both go back and forth and like, oh, this, that. But how is a woman gonna say that I cheated on a man when she was not there? How does that work? She wasn't in our relationship. She was in our marriage. He wasn't talking to her at all whatsoever.
Rose, I'm pretty sure everybody in that family was talking about how you was a 304. I'm pretty sure. You know how families is. It was going all around that you was busting it wide open as a stripper. I'm pretty sure it got back to her. She didn't need to be there. She heard it.
In that time. So I just want that to be very, very, very clear. I have never cheated on my two older kids' dad. I have never cheated on him. Ever. And paternity was never a question. They also got it wrong and kind of crazy because I guess supposedly in that time too, when she came out and she was trying to talk about me or whatever, she said that I had a DNA test with my children or whatever the case. Actually, her little light-skinned daughter,
It's given that Rose is a huge colorist. She don't want to be dark. Well, why would you identify this little girl as her little white-skinned daughter, her light-skinned daughter? Like, that's the only thing you could think about? You don't know the girl's name?
the grandma questioned her paternity because she said it was rather weird how the little light-skinned girl came out with red hair and super light when the boy came out super duper duper black and dark.
Now, if anybody know anything about black people, your child, you could be two light-skinned people, your child come out dark-skinned. It's all in the heritage. Like, I have all light-skinned kids. My daughter's the only chocolate one I got. And I don't be like, oh, so we wouldn't question her because she's... No, black people come in all shapes and sizes and colors and everything. Girl, do your research.
And my baby daddy's mother questioned the girl's paternity, and I have text messages of it, but I'm just not.
Now, I can't stand when people do this. You already done came to the internet with the tea. Spill the tea and show the messages. You on your Krishan Rock. You got all these receipts. Show the receipts, because at the end of the day, you already done spilled the tea. So you might well just tell everything.
Like that to go trying to expose people, but she knows good and well. And I actually told the grandmother, girl, come on, that's his baby. Come on now, that's his baby. But with Southern women, they've always, or she has always said, mama's babies, daddy's maybe, or whatever the case. So when I was brand new to their family, and it was the first baby with my oldest son, Roz, she snuck and gave him a DNA test. She didn't.
Now, didn't she just say that they didn't take a DNA test and she never cheated on him? There was never no question about the damn boy. Now she come up here just a couple of minutes later and say they snuck and took a test. Why do you think she snuck and took that test, Rose? You can't make this up.
Can of paint. So she snuck and gave my oldest son, Apparently they are making rumors that they tested my second son, Raiden. Raiden has never been tested for a DNA test from the dad. They've all.
But yeah, I will no longer be doing lives on this channel at all.
But when I was new to the family, the parents snuck without me or the dad knowing and gave a DNA test to my oldest child, not my second child. They're saying that happened with my second child, and that's just simply not true.
Baby, tomato, it's the same shit. They tested those kids for a DNA test because they wasn't sure because you was busting it wide open. I don't understand what's the difference if it was number 2, 1, 5, 7, or 8. They took a DNA test.
So I also already told this. I'm the one that told this story, but I do think it's crazy.
So she's the one that actually came to the internet with this story, not Champagne. You see how she put her own foot in her mouth every time? You try to make it seem like this woman came and spilled some tea that wasn't already on the internet. You already had told the story, didn't you, Rose? So why are you coming trying to make it seem like she started this?
For the woman to come out, the woman that was not in our relationship, how will a woman go? And that's why that man, he stayed very quiet. My baby daddy, he kept his mouth all the way shut. Because he knew good and well not to.
He stayed quiet, Rose, because real men don't get into females' bullshit. Real men is not going to sit on the internet and argue with their baby mother. You do that. Men don't really do that. You see, Brett was in the background act like he don't even know what's going on.
Come out because I'm not full of drama, but when you literally have a police report because you did what?
That's not true.
You did what? Yes, you did. Why did they take the gun in Iowa? Move. Get away from me. Get away from me. Don't come near me at all whatsoever. Yeah, don't come near me because let's not come near me.
Because you got in an argument with
Bitch, that's why I pretend that I'm the one that paid the down deposit on our house. Let's not pretend that I'm not the one that paid for the Range Rover.
Do they look like a person that's not full of drama? But okay.
When I say I have plenty of text messages that could expose the grandmammy, the grandpappy, the way that they talked about their own child in Hawaii was crazy, but that's neither here nor there. For a woman to come out and speak on me and my relationship with a man when you were not in my relationship with the man is insanity. I don't know. I do know sometimes men lie to women to get what they want, what they need, whatever the case. So maybe he lied to her and she believed it, which I'm positive he cheated on her as well. So I don't know why she would believe it. Maybe she was just being messy. I don't know, because I don't talk to them. I have no idea. Okay. But what I will say is I have never cheated on.
Look at the freeze frame. See, every time you try to lie, that incision busts open more. Stop lying. Get off this shit lying. Look at your face. Stop it.
I've never cheated on my kid's dad. There was a point in our relationship where he broke up with me and he said he didn't want to be with me. And then I went and I did my own thing, but we were very much on a break. And then after that, we got back together. And after that break, he got my name tattooed and we got married. After that break, not before that break, after that break. So, yeah. Okay, guys, just know.
Did she get pregnant during this break? When did she get pregnant with number 2? Because that's interesting.
I'm not a nasty girl. I feel like people or these little group of women are trying to use I danced to support my children after he cheated.
See, I never understood that. Normally when people are trying to support their family, they get a job. Okay, miseducated, you couldn't get a job. No job will hire you. That's like drug dealers saying that they selling drugs to support their family. I never understood that. Like normal people just go out to get a 9 to 5. No, but you had to bust it wide open. That was the only option.
And kicked us out. Oh, she was a stripper. She's a hoe. That's not the case. It's just simply not the case. If it was the case, then I would tell you guys, just as if I have told you every single thing about me. And you want to know why I told you every single thing about me? The same reason I tell my husband every single thing about me, because nobody will be able to walk up to my husband and say, you know that your wife used to be this and used to be that? Oh, absolutely, I know.
Rose, he know because he was the security at the strip club. That's the only reason he know. You ain't tell him nothing. He's seen it for himself. What are you talking about?
Because it came right out of my wife's mouth. She's gonna make me know. She's gonna let me know before nobody will ever have a one up on me, because I'm gonna let y'all know straight how it is.
So at this point, the recording starts messing up. Don't nobody want to hear her no more. That's probably why the shit went in and out. And I will see y'all for part 2, because this is just the beginning of this. I didn't even record the whole thing. Matter of fact, I did think I recorded this whole thing. And I'll see you guys on the next episode of Diary of a Mad Black YouTuber. Bye.
Wow.